To Maulana Maududi, go back to Maulana Maududi, where we started actually. So this was all preface for this. I say Maulana Maududi totally rejects the modernist epistemology. What we mean is he rejects, or he should reject anyway, empiricism, number two, rationalism, and scientific epistemology. And we are not claiming that he rejects that at the level of analysis, which we have just, even that level of analysis you won't find in Maulana Maududi. But he does it mostly on the intuitive and instinctive level. Intuitively and instinctively, he realizes that the modernism is jahiliyyah, and it's only Islam is haqq. And from that, so his rejection is not analytical in that sense, or the analysis is very rudimentary. It's more based on intuition, and that's why we need to turn Maulana Maududi's intuition into detailed analysis. That's what our work consists in part. And Maulana Maududi, that's the first and total rejection. And Maulana Maududi's total rejection is also employed in his insistence that no new interpretation of Islam is needed. And that's what makes Maulana Maududi in principle an orthodox Rasikhul Aqidah scholar, and differentiates him from modernists of all types. Because what differentiates between Orthodox Muslim, Rasikhul Aqidah, like Maulana Maududi, or in our subcontinent, that's basically Hanafi school, in both its Khairabadi, Barelvi, and Deobandi. And then the offshoot of that school, which we call Al-Hadith. And then Asna Ashari, they are orthodox. Obviously, they are also orthodox in that sense, even though they are deviants in certain matters. But their deviation is not from the orthodoxy, but from Sunnah. That's a matter within Islamic system. So that's one Orthodox Muslim. And then you have modernists. So modernists are two types. Muslim modernists, obviously modernists as such, so they have nothing to do with Islam, or Christian. Muslim modernists are those who come from Muslim families, but they reject the traditional Islamic interpretation and reinterpret Islam according to modernism. So Maulana Maududi's position is that we don't need a new interpretation of Islam, but we do need a new interpretation of our situation, because situation has changed. And so that's the differentiate Maulana Maududi from Orthodox scholars as well, because other Orthodox scholars don't realize that situation is drastically changed. So in that sense, he has some commonality with modernists, even though he's not a modernist. But it's a good thing, good commonality. So Muslim modernists are those who say we need to reinterpret Islam according to modernism. So that's a totally diametrically opposite position than Maulana Maududi, because Maulana Maududi says what we need to reinterpret is our situation, and by understanding our situation according to the classical traditional Mujma' alayhi Islam, we need to develop a critique of modernity. And among modernists, as I say, there are two types: modernists, Muslim modernists, who are Muslim because they come from Muslim backgrounds only, so they reinterpret Islam according to modernism. That's like Sir Sayyid Ahmad Khan and Parvez and all those people. But then the people who are Islamic modernists, even the term is a bit strange, like Allama Iqbal. So Allama Iqbal doesn't say that. Allama Iqbal says that modernism has a good side and bad side. So bad one he rejects totally, and good one is the one which is non-materialist, that's idealist, and also empiricist. So from the point of epistemology, he sides with empiricism, and from the point of ontology and metaphysics, he sides with idealism, especially of Hegelian type, and then he reinterprets Islam according to this good modernity that you will find in reconstruction of religious thought. So in that sense, Maulana Maududi totally rejects modernism, Muslim modernism as well as Islamic modernism. So that's the greatness of Maulana Maududi. Let's go back to the text. So his total rejection of Western epistemology, by which mean modern, and insists on the position that no new interpretation of Islam is needed. What we need is the new interpretation of our situation, and then developing a critique of modernism and contemporary problems and challenges according to Islam. So that's the third aspect which differentiates Maulana Maududi from a modernist and make him an orthodox Muslim scholar. So we'll stop here, and next time we will start with despite this. So that would be a bit of critique on Maulana Maududi's.